They're very deep, and I still didn't get all of that. Weeds gonna grow, y'all, and it's just a fact. Baby, the mole or the vole is having a ball. Hello, welcome to Yellow Door Urban Homestead. I am Asia, and I'm an urban gardener growing in a small space out in my backyard. And today, we're gonna put the asparagus bed to bed. It is about that time. It's actually, compared to the weather that we have been having, a beautiful day outside. So it is, I just looked at it and completely forgot. I think it's 57 degrees, but it feels like 48. But let me just be clear, compared to the weather we have been having, I am okay with that, yeah. 57, but feels like 48. Anyway, also want to show y'all something else before we get started on that. Two things I'm super excited about inside of the Bootstrap Farmer greenhouse. So, number one, we found a sitting area that is so cute. Yes, it belongs probably inside of a house, right? But I think it's so cute. Also, I'm gonna put some water in here and propagate some rosemary for the green stalks. Also going to put some rosemary seeds in the soil when we start our herb seeds, which we will be doing next week. But I'm gonna propagate that, and then I also have some greenery. But isn't it so cute, y'all? Also, it is all from an antique store. I went to antique stores yesterday, and it was just like so fun to do, and I found that. So anyway, that's the first thing I wanted to show y'all. I just think it's so cute, and I love how it had that really tall back. And I paid what, $20 for each? 20 for the chair, 27 for the table, I think. So I think it's really cute. But the other thing I want to show y'all is the garlic is starting to come up. It's popping up everywhere. So I'm excited to see the difference in how it grows in here and how it grows out in the gardens, how it grows out in the green stalks. Also, after we put the asparagus bed to rest, I'm gonna show you the garden, and I'm gonna be honest, I can't really tell what's living and what's not. We had a 17-degree night, we had a 16-degree night, but the soil is still frozen. And so things look fine, but you never know when the soil starts to thaw what things are gonna look like. Anyway, let's get started on the asparagus bed, which is a very small portion of my garden. I really wanna find another spot to put asparagus. I just gotta figure that out. But this is our little section of asparagus, and you can see we still have a little bit of green in here. But I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it and get this bed put to bed because most of it is dead. We have a few. Even this is starting to die. The green is how you get energy down to the crown of the asparagus. But I've done this before, done it early. They always come back. And that's what I'm going to do today as well. Gotta grab my gloves real quick. But in case you did not know, asparagus is a perennial, which means once you plant it, it's gonna come back every year, which is why I have to find a spot where I'm okay to have asparagus just continue to grow there. I will tell you, I am thinking about making this entire bed an asparagus bed. So both beds, when you come into the garden, will be asparagus. But I'm trying to figure out if I want to give that much real estate to asparagus. So we're thinking about that. Anywho, as I said, asparagus is perennial. It will come back every year. And so you can start asparagus from seed. I did start my asparagus from seed. If you do that though, you essentially have to wait 3 years before you can actually start to eat it. So like the second year, you can take a few, maybe like 2 if you just want to taste it. But then the third year, you can use it and harvest it like you normally would. That's one thing to think about. But if you don't want to grow it from seeds, you can buy crowns that have some years on them. So like if I were to dig these up, I could actually get the crowns and move them elsewhere. And so you can actually purchase crowns that have already been growing asparagus, and then you don't have to do that. I think it's normally like 1 or 2 year old crowns, but you may be able to find them already at 3 years. I've never really done the research on that because I started all of mine from seed. I just like starting from seed. I think it's like a really cool thing to see that you grew stuff from seed. But again, I say it all the time, you do it however you want to as long as you're growing. I'm gonna try to pull any weeds that I have out of here at this point. It's a perfect time for that. And I have crawling grass, essentially, that grows right here. This year, though, it shouldn't be too bad, or I'll be able to get to it easily because that greenhouse isn't there anymore. Pretty sure this is a dandelion. I need to go get like a trowel because I'm trying to get as deep as I can because dandelions have really deep roots, a really deep tap root, and I don't want it fighting for nutrients with my asparagus. Yeah, that one is deep. Dandelion root can be used medicinally. I have kept them before and never used them, so that's why I'm not keeping them now. That one's super duper deep. We're just gonna hope for the best on that. But yeah, it's a perfect time to go ahead and try to get all the weeds out too. I should go get a trowel. I do not feel like it. That one. See how deep? They're very deep, and I still didn't get all of that. Very deep root system. So I have straw on the top of mine at this point. I'm just gonna leave it, and I'm gonna put the compost over top of it. It will all break down over the winter season. I'm not concerned about that. This is how I do it every year. Anything that I had over top of them, I just cover it with more compost because whatever mulch I put on them, it is a living mulch, essentially, or something that was living that will break down and put some organic matter into the soil. The roots of this crawling grass is very deep too. Doing this after it's gotten cold and things have died makes it a little bit easier as well. These weeds grow all over here. They're all around the green stalk, and I think I have weed fabric down. Pretty sure I do. And it still just grows. If it can get any little piece, it can grow because it roots as it grows. So anyway, like I was saying, I don't think I've looked at that camera in a minute. My apologies, y'all. Like I was saying, go ahead, get any weeds out that you can. And I'm pulling them from over here too, just to make it a little bit easier. Spring season comes back around, but I don't think I'm getting the roots really well anyway, but you know, it is what it is. All right, so now I went and got some black cow. Black cow is basically cow manure that has been composted. I use it, I like it, so I continue to use it. But you can use any kind of compost that you would like to cover them up. And basically, this compost is gonna feed the soil during the winter and feed the crowns so that when it's time for them to start growing in spring, they will have the nutrients that they need. So I just grabbed 2 bags of black cow for this section, and I'm literally just gonna drop it down on here. I could have used my chicken manure too, but I did not feel like doing that much work today. What was that? Oh, nothing. Y'all, I thought I saw something. About to say, we gotta go. Anyway, might not even need the 2 bags. I couldn't remember. Doesn't have to be a very thick layer. It just needs to be enough to cover the top, because as it rains and snows here, that will start to break down this compost even more, and the nutrients will seep down into the soil. And that's what we're looking for here. And then I am gonna put some straw over top of this compost just so that we can avoid some of the erosion and loss of soil over the cold seasons. So I'm just breaking up the larger pieces and making sure we cover the entire bed, because this entire bed has crowns in it. I want to say I have 8 crowns in this section. I do believe. They come up really nicely in the spring. And these are like the first things that come up in the spring in my garden. When I see asparagus popping up, I know it's just about springtime. And we love that. We love to see that. The first time they started coming up so early, I was like, oh goodness, do I need to take the mulch off? Like, what do I need to do? And that was like my first time growing them, and people were like, just leave it. They're supposed to be coming up that early. So just like that, that's all we're gonna do. I'm gonna grab some straw, and I get my straw from Tractor Supply. It's called Straw Boss, B-O-S-S. So I'll show y'all that bag. And this is pretty much all I do. Weed, lay some compost, lay something to hold the compost in place. And now this bed is put to sleep. And these are the asparagus pieces. I can actually, maybe we won't use the straw. I do this too. Some people say don't leave it. I leave it. I have always left it. Those are the asparagus ferns that had already broke down, but it doesn't seem like I have enough. So we are going to put some straw just to cover the compost. That's the only reason why I'm doing that. But that'll turn into organic matter as well. All right, I'll be right back. So that's the name of the straw that I use, and I get it from Tractor Supply. They do have another one that works too. I just like this one for whatever reason, but there's another one that Tractor Supply has. So if you can't find this one, that one works too. I can't think of the name of it, but it does work too. So we had a little bit left in this bag. In all honesty, I do not feel like bringing the other bag that is full. So we're just gonna lightly lay it here. I may grab the hose link and wet this just so that it doesn't fly away. That's pretty much it. Few people had asked, wanted to see how I put it to sleep, and this is it. So one of the reasons that they say not to put the asparagus ferns back on the bed is because if there were any kind of pest in that or disease, you're basically leaving it on the bed or in the soil. I've never had that problem, which is why I still do it. And same thing with these dead weeds. I'm literally just trying to protect the compost so that it doesn't get any kind of erosion. Can do the same thing with leaves. I didn't get many roots. The thing is, weeds gonna grow, y'all, and it's just a fact. Weeds are gonna grow, and so it does not bother me. And so that's simple. I've put this to bed. In spring, we will have asparagus again. I really like when I put it to bed because during the summer, normally it's just a bunch of ferns that's falling all over the place. And so I love when it looks like this. Okay, so now we've done that. I still need to do the strawberries. Don't feel like doing it today, so we won't. But we have probably like 5 days in the 50s and 60s. So I have time and I will do that. But I just noticed something. It's so unfortunate, but it's okay. My best success ever growing carrots have been in bags. So I will slate some of these bags for carrots, but let me show you what is happening in the carrot bed. And before anybody tells me to take all of this soil out and put hardware cloth at the bottom, I'm not gonna do that. I'll just plant something that is not a root vegetable over here. I'm gonna work with nature, but I'm not taking this soil out of this bed. So, but I'm still gonna show y'all because it is happening. Baby, the mole or the vole is having a ball. Do you hear me? Having a ball. Let me see if I can find the carrot. Just having a ball. It's okay. It's okay. We will put non-root vegetables, and this soil is frozen too. But the mole or the vole is coming through here having a ball. Y'all see that? So it was probably a decent sized carrot in there, but it is gone. So what I am gonna do is pull out, but the problem is they're eating them. And not all of them, but I can go ahead and put this bed to rest. We got some small ones in here, but I could put this bed to rest and then plant in the spring. So we got a little bit, but it's really no point in me leaving it because they're just gonna eat it. So this week I'll probably come through. See, we had some growing. I just feel like it's no point in leaving them. Or maybe I will, I don't know. Let's pull a little bit more and see what's going on. But I know over there, the mola, well see, they're growing. But I feel like it's just gonna eat them all. Which is fine. In the spring, I will plan to plant some more in bags. Yeah, no, he or she is over here too. So we're gonna pull the carrots and put this bed to sleep because I don't want to be disappointed come spring. Yeah, they're everywhere. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. This one might be okay. Let's try to pull this one. Oh yeah, it was growing. It was forking, but oh yeah, like right here, that had carrots all right there. But it pushed the soil up. So it's okay. That's the carrot bed. I'm gonna clear that and put it to sleep and just let it rest for the year. But if you look at the garden itself, it looks very saggy. You can see that. Everything looks saggy, but like right here, you can tell that is dead. Like it's very mushy and dead. The stem, however, is not, and it's not frozen. So we will leave it, but everything looks very sad and that's okay. But our broccolis still have not died. This one is a little soft, but not dead. We're gonna leave those. We have more over here that are not dead. A little bit purple, but not dead. See that? Could probably go ahead and harvest them just to be safe, which I may do in the next few days. But I really want to see what a few days of warm weather will do for us. But they're still alive, just to let you know. Even over here, like saggy, we have some burn on the leaves as well. You can see that, but we still don't have like dead leaves, if that makes sense. Same thing I've been saying every time we do it, because I decided we're not going to do garden tours. There's nothing to tour, if we can be honest. This is one of the tree collards. You can see that whole thing just bust open. So that leaf is dead, but the plant itself is not. So we love that for us. We're just gonna leave everything, watch everything, and that's about it. So let's go take a look at the green stalks. So we got our blackberry one here. Things are still alive. You can hear the leaves. Like this is Swiss chard in there. The kale, still alive. Everything looks droopy though. I will tell y'all that. And the lettuce, oh goodness, I could just pull it. This week, I'm probably gonna come through and pull the things that have died, just so I'll have it a little bit easier when it's time to plant in spring. I won't have to pull things that have been dead for a while anyway. So, and when I say pull, I'm gonna cut these because they'll have time for the roots to break down. They weren't like super big plants. So I feel like I could just cut them at the soil level and let the roots die over the winter. So here's the pink green stalk. Like see right here, the larger leaves look like, you know, they're pretty much dead, but the middle leaves look like they're okay. So this is the kind of stuff I'm watching this year, because you see like right there, but the middle leaves are fine. So this is the kind of stuff I'm watching this year. And for us to have had a 16, 17 degree night in a row, this stuff really doesn't look super duper bad. I was expecting a lot of stuff to kind of be mush, because we don't normally get those types of temperatures until January and February. So with that being said, we are gonna pull stuff this week. Oh, the celery. The celery, the larger leaves look kind of droopy, kind of soft. The middle leaves look fine. So that won't be something that I plan to pull, but like, look right here. This is a very small plant to begin with, but it's not dead. You can feel that it's still nice and strong. So I'm gonna probably leave the leaves and everything. And someone left a comment on one of the videos and they were like, if you leave the leaves, it's pulling energy. I'm really not that stressed right now. So I'm just watching it, seeing how it works out. Oh, the quick tint greenhouse. Looks just as bad as ever. Literally looks just as bad as ever, y'all. I'm at this point, baby, I'm not doing nothing in here. If they live, they live. If they die, they die. But yeah, quick tint greenhouse looks just as bad. I think I watered it the other day. That was about it. And this one that we've been watching, I was so happy. Oh, it's pretty much done. It's done, y'all. So we will work on this. But like this one still looks good. I got no idea. I do have an idea. It's the lack of sun. So even when we do get good days, it's still not getting the sun that it needs. So it's okay. By the way, somebody brought me some pumpkins for the chickens and they got frozen too. But I think the chickens can still eat them. I just need to put them in there for them. But that's pretty much what's going on in the garden right now. The molar vole is eating my carrots. So I'll put something over there that the molar vole maybe won't eat. I'll put my carrots in bags in the spring, hopefully early enough. If the soil was not frozen right now, I would go ahead and put the carrot seeds in there and hopefully they come up in the spring, but the soil is pretty much frozen now. Broccoli's still alive. Oh, Brussels sprouts, didn't show y'all those. They look saggy like everything else, but we're leaving them. Brussels sprouts are pretty cold hardy, so I think they'll be okay. can see that the leaves are still, you know, they're not dead. They have texture to them. So just gonna leave them and watch them, see what happens. You know what? I do have the covers for that. So I could put a cover over that bed, because remember, those are the quick tent beds, and they have covers that came with them that I can put up and put around them. So I may do that this week too. My garlic that came up, well, that I planted in September, it looked pretty sad. But that doesn't mean anything, because the middle leaves are still standing straight up. So that's cool. We'll be watching it. Also, hope the mole or the vole isn't eating them. Although I doubt that they would want to eat something like this. Anywho, that's the video for today. Probably short, but I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to visit me over on Instagram, where I post about the things going on in my garden almost every day. Bye, y'all.